Good day, everyone. My name is Carol Mead, and for the next few minutes, I will be teaching an introductory lesson on the topic the distribution and use of intellectual property materials in distance education. Let us look at the overview for the lesson. Smaldino, Lauter, Russell, and Mims 2015 said that copyright violations is a serious crime. It is quite necessary that educators and learners know what the law says about fair use. The purpose of this lesson is to briefly introduce the topic and discuss 3 intellectual property laws relevant to the use and distribution of material used in distance education. This lesson is for teachers, college professors, and college students who use and/or distribute IP materials. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, learners should be able to 1. Define 3 types of intellectual property, that is copyright, trademark, and patent. And 2. Discuss what is fair use and state some examples of materials that require copyright permission. There are 2 distinct forms of intellectual property law. 1. Literary and artistic works. These are all protected by copyright laws. Example, architectural work, books, paintings, musical compositions, plays, movies, podcast software, artistic works, performances, radio and television, and online articles. And 2. Industrial property, which is physical matter that is the product of an idea or concept for commercial purpose, protected by patented objects, trademarks, industrial design, trade secrets, layout, designs, and geographical indications. I will now look at the 3 main types of intellectual property laws. The first one is copyright. Copyright, it grants permission or protection to the unique expression of ideas that lasts for the author's lifetime plus 50 years from the end of the calendar year in which the author dies. The second one is trademark. You can get a trademark for a symbol, a logo, a word, sound, color, design, or other device that is used to identify a business or a product. And the third one is patent, an invention where the inventor claims exclusive rights up to 20 years for new inventions. I will now look at fair use. Fair use gives permission to use copyrighted materials if all of the following 4 criteria are met. 1. Purpose and character. Non-profit educational setting, reproduced for the purpose of criticism or commentary. 2. The nature of the copyright work, example, most non-fiction work. 3. The amount and substantiality of the work. And 4. The effect on the market. The distance learning aspects of the copyright law was revised by Congress in 2002 to extend the fair use of the digital world and acknowledge that teaching boundaries have moved outside of the classroom. The Act gave instructors freedom to online materials as long as the following conditions are met. 1. The transmission of some parts of materials for an instructional activity is mediated by an instructor. 2. The transmission is directly related to material used to assist the teaching content. 3. Transmission is only limited to students who are officially enrolled in the course. 4. Instructors must make learners aware that materials are subject to copyright law. 5. The instructor must only hold the material for students to use until the duration of the course. And 6. The institution must put measures in place to limit the use of the transmission of materials only for a certain period of time students are enrolled. Thank you for listening to this brief introductory lesson on the distribution and use of IP materials in distance education. I hope you have learned something from this lesson. Now, please take the next 5 minutes to complete the 8 questions that are in tesmos.com. Go to the website and click on the evaluation tab, and then complete the 8 questions, and after that take the next 2 minutes to complete the feedback. Your feedback is very important to me. Thank you.